elements that create an atmosphere, and these shouldn't be like, oh my gosh, I never knew that. They should be like, oh yeah, I get that. So we're going to go through a list that some things you might even think as atmosphere. But number one is your parking. You're like, hey, what does that have to do with it? Your parking experience is the very first thing a visitor experiences. Right? Not some of you, but it really is. And we spend way less time training and developing our parking attendants, looking at our flow of traffic in and out. And it's not even parking spaces. You guys understand? It's the flow of that, right? Because when people come, it's usually they come at, you know, kind of, that's okay. But whenever they leave, it's a traffic jam, right? So I know churches, we've done it before too, where you got guys out that will give people free things as they're waiting to leave. You know, it's like, hey, we just want to give you a free cup of coffee. Here's a coupon for that. Those kind of things just to enhance that experience a little bit for them, because that's part of that atmosphere that you're creating. And it goes a long way. You know, parking attendants are like, come on, you know, that creates an image for you, doesn't it? It does, and it matters. Parking attendants, they matter in what you do, and sometimes we forget that. Okay, wayward signage, directional signage, huge, bigger than we ever know, and we always think we have enough. Everyone in this room thinks they have enough signage, and you probably don't, right? Even if you've done a complete sign study, wayward sign finding, and then you put it there and you go, no, we don't even go that way. Why do we put those there, right? It takes a team of you, of everyday users, that should walk your lot or walk your church, because this is one of those so subtle but so important things, especially for the visitor experience or the second or third timer, and why they come back if they know exactly where they need to go. So don't overlook it. It's a big deal as part of your atmosphere. Any questions on those two right now? Okay. Good coffee. We talked about it earlier. I'll be honest with you. I've visited a lot of churches. And again, I know I'm like the secret shopper or whatever it is, right? You go, but man, when they have like crappy coffee, is crappy okay to say? That's on video. It's San Diego. It's not a cuss word in San Diego, so I just. But bad coffee, come on, really? I know we're all. Hey, I'm not telling you got to spend a lot of money. I really am not. I mean, if you come to North Coast, you come to our campuses, we're not screaming money. Okay, but we're thinking through some decisions of why and why not. And coffee is an important thing on the quality of taste, because it sets the tone for what kind of quality you have at your church, right? And I know some of you give it away. We're like, well, we got to give it away. Well, I can't give away good stuff. Like, well, you wrestle with that question, but it's not about that question. The dollar is not the question. It's the quality of what you're trying to show or portray, right? So understand that it matters. Right, and the service of that coffee matters, right? If you go up to that, this has happened at North Coast 100 times, and I tell our coffee people, this can't happen, right? Is you walk up and it's empty, right? You walk up and that coffee thing's empty, and you're like, what do? Do I wait for more, or do I come back later? It's like, no, somebody should be checking that. That's part of the experience and the atmosphere you're creating.